Hello, I'm John Gatos from Soul Performance Products. We traveled down here to the Rennsport Dragon Rally in North Carolina and Tennessee with our new 992.2 Turbo ST Hybrid to torture test our latest prototype exhaust system. This car is currently equipped with our 9th revision of our full performance exhaust system, high flow cats, 3D printed X-pipe section, and we are doing everything we can to get as much data as we can on O2 and catalyst monitoring, particulate filter monitoring, and get some really good video of it down here in the mountains. We brought down a couple of our sales reps, Sam and Nate, to do a lot of networking. We've got 300 Porsches down here at the Dragon Rally. We do it twice a year, June and October. It's a wonderful networking event for us. We got a lot of customers down here doing the same thing as we are, which is beating the crap out of our cars and our exhaust. So we're learning a lot. We've got, some final fine-tuning to do on this exhaust system. We found we like the character and tone of the current version of the printed X-pipe section, the merge that we have, blending both banks of exhaust together, but we need some more refinement at low RPMs under 3,000. So we're going to be tailoring some anti-drone technology, kind of what we learned off of the GTS hybrid that's been so successful on that performance exhaust, and we're going to implement that into the next round of development on that exhaust system when we get back to Pennsylvania, and then move on from there, because this is the hardest project to tackle, to then make modular components of just the midsection to replace the cats and particulates, and then also valved and non-valve side muffler replacements, valve delete or valve control, and of course full exhaust packages. So the majority of today was spent going off and getting some media and sound recordings of this car with its current exhaust configuration with the media standard. And we went out and really put a hurting on this and to get some really good clips. So we went out and ran up and down the road that shall not be named many times, hop skipping around a little bit in order to get some flybys, full load, driving the car hard. I can't tell you the amount of cameras and technology that were used in order to accomplish this. It's hilarious. It's unreal. That's super professional, really cool. And the car, especially comparative to the GTS, it just seems like it's a little bit more poised. You can definitely tell it has some more weight to it, but the brakes are definitely better. I believe the tires had a lot more grip. Car's got the Goodyear equivalent of the Cup 2 on it versus the GTS, which had the equivalent, I believe, of the PS4s. I think like Supercar 3s versus Supercar Rs. The tires were hooked. It was actually really impressive. I did have to dial the pressures down quite a bit, a little over 10 pounds drop front and rear as we started to push the car hard. It responded extremely well. The car is very balanced. Quite honestly, I think it's cheating. It is so good, it is so refined, it is so fast that anybody can be the best driver in the world down here in these incredible roads that we have to offer. And everyone's here lifting the community up, having a frickin' ball. It's a camp for grown-ups. It really is. So you should definitely check out the Rennsport Dragon Rally if you haven't before, and come have some fun with us. And then you'll see all the guys that are, trying to lead the industry here for product development for these Porsches. We are here really putting the smack down on these products to get them dialed as best we can, whether it's us or M Engineering or Flat Sticks with a bunch of stuff that they're working on their cars. This is where you go. If not the track, it is here. And you get to see it in action where you really don't get to see that happen at the track. We got this car, I want to say just around a month ago. So these hybrid cars are extremely picky. They are extremely picky. They come stock with casted components and 3D printed components stock. We found this on the GTS, we found it here on the Turbo S as well, and that means the turnaround on development is typically extremely long, because you have to scan it and then you have to, okay, well, I can't make this piece. It's too complex. That's why it's casted or 3D printed. That's how Porsche does it, and we have to accommodate some of that for modular mix and match replacement of components that work well with other sections of the exhaust on the cars. Luckily, we have 2 3D metal printers. So it was just in the nick of time that we were able to get the car, get the parts scanned that we needed to, 3D print the parts in order to even make prototype exhaust systems that fit on this car, and then from there start trying different things to get the sound that we're looking for and then the power that we're looking for. So in the midsection of that exhaust there, we've got essentially 4 slip fit clamps, and we 3D printed a variety of different merges for essentially X pipes and crossovers, non-blended. We tried that too, just to see what the character of this car is and how we can play around with that as we really, you know, kind of find the character of the car that we want, that we feel the Porsche community would appreciate. And we are on version 9 of our center section, and I think we found it. There were some that sounded like an unrefined, just turbocharged tractor. You know, having a normal crossover, the tone quality was not good. Then we played around with bigger and smaller merge chambers, and now this specific one, it is a blended X pipe that has essentially balance tubes going across from side to side. A little difficult to explain, better to see it. You'll have to check it out, but it has net this very interesting, smooth, refined, and unique character and tone for this particular hybrid Turbo S model. And we're very excited to kind of run with this that we've developed and tweak it a little bit here and there, and have that be an integral part of our release moving forwards. And we will be doing some flow testing, dyno testing, in order to make sure it's the best it can be by the time it comes out for full production, as well as I mentioned, the anti-drone technology we're going to implement into that on the next version as well, in order to make it more comfortable at lower RPMs. We expect people to have a Porsche worthy experience out of our exhaust systems. So that means refined character, aggressive when you want it to be, and not want to make your head explode when you decide to go out on highway and go from point A to point B, hopefully the Rennsport Dragon Rally in October. So we are then going to move on from this particular system once we have that dialed, and then we're going to start looking at doing just the downpipe section off the turbos, which is all one piece, by the way. And then we are going to, after we're done getting that all squared away with the stock mufflers, with and without valve control, so you can run full valves open, because in case you didn't know, they're electronically actuated valves that even with PSE on, they will shut and then start reopening again between 4,000 to 5,000 RPM. We're going to then tackle the mufflers. So we'll have a valved version, and then we'll have a non-valved version for the guys that are maybe a little leery about replacing the midsection, the downpipes on this car, and want to just change the mufflers themselves. Well, because of how restrictive the center section is, you're going to want to go kind of aggressive on the side muffler replacement. So the valved version, valves open flow path, will be a very aggressive, larger diameter muffler bypass in the valves open section. And then we're going to have a non-valved version, because a singular flow path will net more overall sound level than a valved flow path in the valves open condition, because there will still be some residual flow. Sounds a very subjective thing. We're getting as much seat time as we can with these exhaust configurations. We're going to be closer to 2,000 miles on this round trip with just this, and we will be putting that on with all of our staff in order to make sure they have seat time and know what these exhaust systems do, how they feel, how they sound, so that you can call us and get guided to the right configuration based off of your own goals that you have for your car. That's what we bring to the table. We are experts. We will be an expert on this platform, and you can have a chat with us with confidence.